Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Nama Pangajanabhaya, Nama Pangajamanine, Nama Pangajanetraya, Namaste Pangajangre. Mukam Karodi Vajalam, Pangam Langayade Girim, Yatkravatamaham Bande, Shri Gurum Dinatarinam, Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram, Paramanandamadhavam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining the class. So, we are in the 4th chapter, Transcendental Knowledge. And today's verses 28, 29, and 30. So, let's start with 28 now. Dravya yajna stavo yajna yoga yajna sada pare swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yadayaha samshidavratah. Dravya yajna stavo yajna yoga yajna statha pare swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yadayaha samshidavratah. Dravya yajna tavo yajna yoga yajna sada pare swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yadayaha samshidavratah. Hare Krishna. Yes, Jayaprada Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dravya yajna stapo yajna yoga yajna
Tadhapare
swada yagnascha
swadhyaya jnana yajnascha
swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yataha samshita avratah.
Yadayaha samshidavratah.
Yataha samshita avratah.
Not yada. Yadayaha.
Yadayaha
samshidavratah.
Samshita avratah.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dravya yajnastapo yajna yoga yajnastatha pare swadha yajnana yajnascha yatayah samshidavratah. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. You can read the translation also.
Yes, Prabhuji. There are others who enlightened by sacrificing their material possessions in several austerities, take strict vows and practice the yoga of eightfold mysticism, and others study the Vedas for the advancement of transcendental knowledge. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Right. 29. Apane juhadi pranam pranopanam tadha pare pranapana rudhva pranayama parayanaha apare niyadaharaha pranan praneshu juhvadi apane juhadi pranam prane panam tatha pare pranapana gati ruddhva pranayama parayanaha apare niyatahara pranan praneshu juhvadi apane juhvadi pranam prane panam tatha pare pranapana gati ruddhva pranayama parayanaha apare niyatahara pranan praneshu juhvadi. Yes, Jayaprada Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Apane juhati pranam prane panam tatha pare pranapanagati ruddhva pranayama parayanaha apare niyata ahara pranan praneshu juhati.
Good, right. Hare Krishna. Okay, Snigdha Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Apane juhati pranam pranopanam tatha pare pranapanagati ruddhva pranayama parayanaha apare niyataharaha praneshu juhyati. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Please read the translation also.
Yes, Prabhuji. And there are even others who are inclined to the process of breath restraint to remain in trance, and they practice stopping the movement of the outgoing breath into the incoming and incoming breath into the outgoing, and thus at last remain in trance, stopping all breathing, some of them curtailing the eating process, offer the outgoing breath into itself as a sacrifice. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Right. 30. Sarve pyebi yajnavido yajnachabida kalmashaha yajnashishtamrtabhujo yandi brahma sanatanam. Sarve pyete yajnavido yajnachabida kalmashaha yajnashishtamrtabhujo yandi brahma sanatanam. Sarve pyete yajnavido yajnachabida kalmashaha yajnashishtamrtabhujo Yandi Brahma Sanatanam. Right, Jayaprada Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Sarve piyate yagna vido yagna kshapita kalmashaha yagna shishtamrita bhujo yani brahma sanatanam.
Okay, right. Snigdha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sarve apyeta yajna vido yajna khipita kalmashaha yajna shishtamrita bhujo yanti brahma sanatanam. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Shall I
Hare
read the
Krishna.
translation?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. All these performers who know the meaning of sacrifice become cleansed of sinful reaction, and having tasted the nectar of the remnant of such sacrifice, they go to the supreme eternal atmosphere.
Right. Om Jnana Tivanandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmedam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandiyam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamstam Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Jagunatan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvedam Savadudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishadan Vidamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaga Anjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhan Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpadrubhishcha kripa sindhubhyev cha patidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshadarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Dhadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Dravya yajnastavo yajnam, yoga yajnastada pare, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, yadayaha samchita vradaha. Having accepted strict vows, some become enlightened by sacrificing their possessions, and others by performing severe austerities, by practicing the yoga of eightfold mysticism, or by studying the Vedas to advance in transcendental knowledge. So Krishna is explaining the various kinds of yajnas undertaken by different spiritualists other than the pure devotee. The pure devotee way of sacrifice is mentioned in verse 23 and 24, especially 24, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir, Brahmagno, Brahmanahudam, Brahmeva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. So everything is done for Krishna. All material things are converted into spiritualized everything through constant remembrance and constant touch with Krishna. And finally, they go back to Krishna's kingdom. Other than that, pure devotees, there are other spiritualists also who have their own way of conducting yajnas for that, because their aim or goal in life is not Krishna or Krishna as a person. Everything is Krishna only in different forms and different ways. But direct person Krishna, they are not too much attached, or they are not, or their goal is not of surrendering to the Supreme Personality, the person Krishna. So these kinds, the verses 25, 26, and 27, have been, the verse 25, Krishna described karma yogis, or not karmis exactly, the panthis who consider all devas, isharas, or the demigods at par with Krishna, at par with the Supreme. They, according to them, everything is the same platform. So worshipping anyone you can attain the same result, which is not so as per our Shastras. But these people, they still believe that actually the idea is that the absolute truth is formless, and according to the aspiration of the person or this yadis, the candidate, the imperson takes the personal form or a definite form and appear before these people or the spiritualists. So ultimately, in the final analysis, for them, everything is personless, impersonal, or vacuum. And out of that, so many forms are coming according to the aspirations of the people. So this is pantheism, and they are willing to sacrifice all their material possessions to satisfy these devas and achieve their desires. The next type is these impersonalists, jnanis, and they are sacrificing their knowledge, their time, their effort, everything into the fire of the Supreme Brahman. Whereas the idea is to merge into what?
Brahma.
Yeah, Brahma Jyoti. Brahma or Brahma Jyoti, merging to Brahma Jyoti. So they are offering everything, themselves into a fire of sacrifice. But devotees are not like that. Devotees will sacrifice everything for Krishna except his individuality, because he retains the individuality. The devotee retains the individuality because the devotee wants to serve Krishna eternally, and without having eternity or form, you cannot serve Krishna. So another other group is brahmacharis and grihasthas. Brahmacharis, they control their senses, the fire of control, mind control, and for that they listen only to Harinama Sankirtanam or Namanu Sankirtanam. But the grihasthas, they are given some license, so they can enjoy in a regulated manner. So they are sacrificing the sense objects into fire of senses. The brahmacharis sacrifice the senses into the fire of control, mind control or mental control, while the grihasthas sacrifice the sense objects into the fire of senses. So yajna means there is the fire is there, and into that oblations are put. So you have to understand this thing. This for the brahmacharis, the fire is mental control, and that which is being put into the control is the senses. For the grihasthas, the fire is the senses, and the oblations into the senses are sense objects. Which means, to put it very simply, brahmacharis have to control their senses, while the grihasthas are allowed to indulge in sense objects in a limited manner. But ultimately, both of them are interested in pleasing their goals. They are spiritualists only. They are not like mindless karmis or who are not following the Vedic instructions. They are just living a nonsense life. It's not like that. Everything is based on instructions given in Vedas only. And the verses we are now discussing, today's verse, Dravya Yajna Tabo Yajna. Dravya Yajna means persons who are having a lot of wealth, like the merchants, rich merchants, this is called the mercantile people, and the kingly people, the kings who are having a lot of wealth with them, huge properties. What they do is they sacrifice their material possessions for the so-called philanthropic activities, helping others, the needy people, by providing them with food, medicine, hospitals, and then setting up orphanages, old age homes, and giving facilities like rest houses. So many things they are doing, so that the people who are deprived of the wealth or deprived of means to earn their living or struggling to live, they are lived to some extent. This is a purpose or aim of these people, is to relieve these people who are needy people, give them some relief. And according to them, this is Manava Seva, and Manava Seva, according to them, is better than Madhava Seva, because the results are tangible in case of Manava Seva. We can see people, needy people, becoming slightly happy after receiving this food or medicine, or and they see some people are getting educated and they become in good position, doctors, engineers, everything they become. Orphanages are set up. So the results from this kind of philanthropic activities are tangible. We can see the results. While the results, when you worship Krishna, is not very evident or tangible to outsiders. So they feel that the people who are conducting, doing bhakti is wasting all their time. Actually, instead of trying to help these people, needy people, poor people, they are spending their wealth or all this, whatever they have in their possessions to Krishna or some devas, which is ultimately a futile exercise according to them. But they don't understand that the so-called the needy people or rich people or whatever it is, everyone is a part and parcel of Krishna only. So in one way, by serving these poor people, they are serving Krishna, but in an indirect manner, not in a direct way. Direct way is to worship Krishna only. So what is the purpose of the object of the worship, helping these needy people? Because we find, you feel that they are getting some relief, and you are very happy about this. You are giving some material benefits, some material goodness to these people, and you are getting some material enjoyment, isn't it? When you see these people are happy, you feel a satisfaction, which is actually material satisfaction. You're helping them materially, and when you feel that they're happy, you derive a satisfaction, which is also material, and that is temporary. So whatever help you can do in this life, okay, one full life you're living, and people are so many people are helped up. Maybe they become successful in their material life also. But when they leave the bodies, where they are going? Are they going to go to Godhead? No. They are again taking birth in some other form. So ultimately, like pouring water in a vessel which is, kept down upwards. Downwards in the reverse way. When you are keeping the vessel in proper place, other water can be collected. But when you are keeping it upside down, and then all the water is wasted. So this is happened in case of philanthropic activities. But the person who is getting help is not ultimately not benefited, and person who is giving help also is not ultimately benefited. But person who is giving help, if he is very sincere about it, that he is not doing for aim or fame or name or fame, anything like that, ultimately this kind of punya, punya karma, pious activity, will give him a chance to be associated with a spiritual master, maybe next 2-3 lifetime. Not in this lifetime, maybe after 2-3 lives, you may get a chance to associate with a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and then he can progress in his spiritual activities. So that is given the 12th chapter, because actually when you are doing it for sincerely, think that this is what you are doing is to please Krishna only, and by helping these poor people, not for seeking any name or fame for oneself, doing for sincerely trying to help. In that case, because of this pious activity, because the balance of pious activities, he may get a spiritual master in next 2-3 lives, then he can progress. So that much for the Dravyamaya, Dravya. Then Taboya means people are undertaking strict vows. Chadurmasyam is 4 months. Very strict. When you're conducting life under very strict conditions, you are not shaving. You're taking only one time food. And so many other strict vows, or Chandrayana is there, Bhima Panchaka is there, some people are doing. So many strict vows are there, by which you are purifying yourself and you are advancing. So that is Tabo Yajna. Then Yoga Yajna, people are interested in this, what you call, Hada Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Then Swadhyaya, some people travel to pilgrimages, holy places. Then Swadhyaya, Swadhyaya means people study the Vedic literatures, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, Sankhya Yoga, and get advanced in knowledge. And all these people are trying, enduring Yadayaha. They are trying their heart. We got Samshitavrtaha. Samshitavrta means with undertaking strict vows. So everyone is taking strict vows. But people in Krishna conscious people, they are not taking this much strict vows. Actually, by taking prasadam itself, or you can say Tabo Yajna. See what we are doing. Ekadashi, we are undertaking Ekadashi with us twice a month. Getting up early in the morning, taking bath early in the morning. These are the regular Tabo Yajna we are doing. Because this is in service of Krishna only. It is not for any other different purpose, or the purpose is not different. A purpose is not different from the activity itself. The activity is worshiping Krishna, and the purpose is to get Krishna. So this is actually a real Advaita. Activity is Krishna only, Krishna-based activities only, and the goal is Krishna himself. In the next verse, apani juhari pranam pranopanam tadapare pranapana gadi rudhva pranapana prayanaha apare niyadaharaha pranan praneshu juhari. So again, we are coming back to these people who are doing this pranayamas. So pranayamas, there are three types involved. It is called Puraga, Rechaga, and Kumbhaga. Puraga, Rechaga, and Kumbhaga. Puraga means inhaling. Rechaga means exhaling. So in breath, there are two activities, inhaling and exhaling. And Kumbhaga means stopping the breath. So what these yogis are trying, the Hatha yogis are trying is, they inhale air for a long time. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes to the, maybe more than also. And then they stop. When they inhale and long inhalation is there, that is called Puraga. And then they stop breathing. That is Kumbhaga. Then they exhale the air that is in their lungs for a long time. That is called Rechaga. By doing this, they are balancing the air in their body. And ultimately, the result is that they get a long life. So you may ask how it is so. How it is so, Sindhamaji? How this breathing can help you to have a long life?
Prabhuji, it will clear all the vessels, blood vessels, and passage of oxygen and carbon dioxide will be better, I think.
Yes, you are giving very scientific answer. The spiritual answer is that actually, whenever we take a body, any kind of body, our lifespan in that body is fixed. Some people can see they die immediately in childbirth itself. Some live to 5 years. Some maybe leave the body maybe 20 or 25. And like that, some people may live to 100 years also. This is based on the karma. And this, because you are giving this actually a lifespan of 100 years after 100. Actually, it is not exactly, I mean, in a more fine way, it is actually the number of breaths you are given. Even these years are calculated in terms of breaths. So a person may be having about 1 crore breath in your lifetime. Okay, you are given 1 crore breath. That is your lifespan. In your after 1 crore breath, you have to leave the body. It's like that. So when you are taking long time to inhale and exhale, so that much time you are extending your lifetime. You getting idea? Are you getting it?
Yes, Prabhuji. But every time they are doing the pranayam, Prabhuji, yeah, for fixed
Yeah,
hours.
these are even that is enough for one way, no? Because suppose and that 6 hours they are practicing, they are using they are doing only 1/6 of their normal quota of breaths. That itself will extend their lifetime.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But those people who are experts in this one, even automatically also their breathing is like that.
Yes, because it becomes a habit.
It becomes habit, so that they'll breathe like that way only. So why this long life? Because then you have this kind of purification. You got no time for purification. These yandras, chakras is there. Shat chakras is there. Some all those in your abdomen, in your heart, in your belly and belly heart. Then your body called all those places head also. So many names are there. Manipura, so many things are there. So many, and it seems that if you have to perfect in one chakra, it takes 12 years. So if you have to perfect in six chakras, it will take 72 years for a person to be an expert in that this yoga. So it's very time consuming. So that's why they're trying to extend a lifetime by practicing this pranayama. Ultimately, it becomes very mechanical now. And then others are restraining their intake. food. When you are in restricting intake, what happens? The senses become weak. Naturally, when senses become weak, there'll not be too much attachment to sense objects. So that way, actually, sannyasis and all that, they take very less. They don't take opulent food also. When you're getting opulent food with ghee and all those things, very rich opulent food, naturally your senses become very alert. And then you are going behind the sense objects. You become, all those, what is connected with all the lusty desires and all that get rise up. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually, even though he was a sannyasi, he used to take a lot of bhog. Then whatever is offered to him, he will take sumptuously. So many devotees, because they like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then say this in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking so much food, they'll invite Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to their homes and they give him some 56 chapan, lavish. So many dishes he'll give to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he will eat everything. So one Ramachandra Puri is a devotee or disciple of our Madhendra Puri. Madhendra had two devotees and two prominent, and Ishwara Puri is now Paramba, and one Ramachandra Puri. So Ramachandra Puri used to criticize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so also Prakashananda Saraswati also. All those people, they criticize, why you are calling sannyasis and then you're taking so much rich food, ghee, sugar, honey, everything, you're taking so much food every time, and that too very opulent food. That is not good for sannyasi. So they used to criticize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So sannyasis normally they take very little food, and they eat this kadukka, I don't know what you call in Malayalam or English. See, these things are which help you to restrict your instincts. Will reduce the instinct for lusty dealings. So that way, if you are taking less food, the senses become weak and senses do not go after sense objects. But in Krishna consciousness, we have seen we are not interested in this breathing exercise and all that. And our food itself, when you are very strictly following the prasadam, that you will take only prasadam only, naturally your intake of food will be less. You are not going to any places, any hotels or fast food joints and all that, taking whatever, useless junk food they are serving. When you take a very strict vow that I will take only prasadam only that is given to Krishna or offered to Krishna only, I will not take anything else. That itself is a big control in your eating habits. You are purifying yourself by this way, and by then receiving food, you are controlling your senses also. Senses are nicely controlled, not artificially. And your health is also becoming good because you're taking very nice food only, not junk food from outside. So if you're taking junk food, think about this. And if you're convinced you can stop this junk food and all that and offer only to Krishna, and then you take them. So Ikdamaji, you're offering bhog to Krishna?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
And what about Jayaprada Maji?
Prabhuji, it's not possible here in our home.
You have a big family?
Yes, Prabhuji. We are in a joint family, so
joint family.
It's not possible. Like mine, not fully in Krishna consciousness and not fully in here.
Or maybe they may be normal devotees, but they are not there because they are not trained, because what happens is that normally we are all devotees in the sense we have a bit of going to temple. You have seen other people also going to temple. Normal, what you call, general devotees, you can say.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
So and they go to temples. They go to some from where people are giving some discourses. Some people go to that also. Then you visit some holy places. This is their general understanding of a spiritual life. But the main concern with is our life which you are living. the material life, because you want to lead a good life. And for that, you need so many things: good education, good food, and health, money, and all that. So our main concern is to nourish our material life.
Yes, Prabhu.
And Krishna is someone who facilitate this. According to us, the normal people, this God is a facilitator to help our material life, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is
Yes,
a general
Prabhu.
understanding of people. 99.99% people are like that only.
Yeah.
Because,
Prabhuji, another question. While you were speaking about Yagna, as a woman, our responsibility is to serve the people, like a husband, their family. So it comes first. Next is about Krishna consciousness. So which is like how to manage both the things. Like, is it called yagna? Like we are serving them. So without any expectations, maybe minimum expectations are there, but we are serving them. So it is not called
yes.
yagna.
Well, this is actually one jiva is helping others, and there is a people are generally, because these are tendency to serve. It is inside within our human system, because it is a symptom of life. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, in the introduction, Srila Prabhupada says that dharma of a living entity is to serve only. Wife is serving the husband, children, the husband's, relatives and all that. The husband is serving the wife, he is serving his superiors, he's earning money, and he is serving the children also. And children is serving the masters. The service is there. So nobody can exist without service. Some sort of service will be giving to everyone. But basically, this is actually a temporary service, because you are giving this service as long as you are holding this body. And they are receiving service as long as they are having this body. So this type of service is actually in a temporary plane only. So this is not Sanatana Dharma. Dharma actually means serve only. Sanatana means eternal. Eternal service means that service should not stop. Okay. So that means eternal service becomes the service of a spirit soul. Actually, we are souls only. And some understanding people are having, because Hindus normally believe in rebirth. So they know that after birth, next birth, we are getting another body also. So in the subconscious mind, we know that we are souls only. Although we really do not appreciate or really perfectly understand what is the real situation, we have a general idea that since we are talking about rebirth and all that, we know that actually we are not, we are souls only, but now we have in this body. But we are not thinking too much on that. So that is because of lack of knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita helps you to get all these facts about life. What is Ishvara, what is Jiva, what is Prakriti, what is time, what is karma. For that, you need training. So in your situation, what happens that maybe if your people are not very spiritually oriented, not very interested, you can serve them food, but what is wrong? You can tell them, okay, we'll have, I don't think they will object in having altar room. Everybody having some prayer rooms are there, or at least one stand is there, where you can put a deity or a photo of Krishna, not even deity, just a photo of Krishna. So offer something to Krishna, like milk or some fruits to begin with, and you mix this with your food which you are preparing, and then serve them. So indirectly becomes prasadam only. I don't think there should be too much objection for that.
Yes, Prabhu, I can do that. Yeah.
Yes. Slowly we can start. That way you can start. Then you attending classes. You can talk about these classes to your husband. How many children you have?
Not yet, Prabhu.
Okay, right. So you're recently married, right? Singdamaji, you having 2 children? How many children you are having? I'm not asked so far.
Prabhuji, one daughter, she is studying in dental college, but she is not. Yes, Prabhuji, but she is not at all attracted towards the spiritual life. That is only my.
How was she as a child?
No, from very beginning, Prabhuji, she is not at all. When she was, we we are doing prayer, she just opening her eyes and moving here and there. Now also the same thing happens, only enjoying materially.
What we can do is, okay, you continue your way of life, and hopefully, and hope that Krishna will somehow bring her to Krishna consciousness. Ultimately, we have to understand that every one of us are individuals only. We are all souls. We are together for some time this life only, because of our karmas. We are together now, the husband, wife, the so-called husband, wife, the child, everything now together now. But after this, again, we are getting separated, isn't it? It's like going for a journey in train. We are going up to Delhi. Up to Delhi, you are sitting in the compartment. So many people are there in the compartment. But once you get to Delhi, everyone getting out from station or train, and you are getting separated. Same, it's like that only. But our duty as a mother is to try some or other, try to bring her to Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
The result you leave to Krishna. You pray to Krishna, because you cannot be too much. I mean, if the daughter, the child is not at all inclined, it is because of karma only. Don't do anything about this.
Yes.
Don't be too disappointed about that. Okay, you try your best. Let her come.
Yes.
Ultimately, sometimes her life may change. Sometimes something may attract her to Krishna.
Yes.
Can happen sometimes. But thing is, when you are as a responsible person, what you can do is, when she's getting marriageable age, see her husband who is spiritually oriented, not like her.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So she'll be forced one way to her to attend to husband. Ultimately, the wife duty is to serve the husband. So actually, the man in the family is more responsible for bringing Krishna consciousness. Matajis have their limitations, I understand, but Matajis should now sacrifice their self-interest. Ultimately, we're all individuals. Nate vidu swatha gadim hishu. We have to be very determined on that. But you don't fight or get antagonize people. Be very strong in your commitment internally, and externally move around in a diplomatic manner, so that you don't have some friction with others. Try to manage things, Jayapradamaji, that way.
Prabhuji, I'll try to manage.
Okay, you don't live Krishna consciousness. Many things may happen sometimes, but you have to be very strict. And you have to be strict chanting also. Chant 16 rounds. Have you got this beads?
Yes, Prabhuji. I have mala, japa mala.
108 beads. 108.
Prabhuji.
108. Okay. Siddhamaji, you are chanting, no?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, 16 malas I am doing. But
very good.
In a year, I think maybe 5-10 times it was missing. But
what is it?
Doing. In a year, Prabhuji, in 365 days, I have seen just 5-7 days it was missed. 4 malas, some days 8 malas, like that. But the rest of the 16 malas.
Very nice. And what we can do is, suppose you miss one day, you try to make up in next 2-3 days, because sometimes you may workload may be very heavy, because of that you're missing, no? So that time, whatever, within 2 days you make up.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Okay, Prabhuji.
That way you can do it.
And morning 8 malas and evening 8 malas, Prabhuji. Morning 8 malas, because my school is there at 7 o'clock. So morning I have to go. So 8 and 8 I am doing.
But then you are coming back early, no? By 2 o'clock you are coming back. Then you get more time after that.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
But you're comfortable. Nice place to conveniently, and you've got a very understanding husband also. Is he chanting?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
So you can think of getting initiated also. Initiation is there, and once you are getting initiated, then you'll be very more. You become in the parampara.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We are giving initiation on 5th after. 3rd is Nityananda Trayadashi. So next Sunday, 5th, we are holding a initiation ceremony in our temple.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have seen that Ratha Yatra. It was such a nice program. It was. I have observed the video. I got it from Ramana Mataji, and it was so nice. I cannot think of that, Prabhuji. It was an excellent program.
Thank you very much. I mean, it gives you a lot of pleasure now when you, the days we are working for Ratha Yatra, that itself is present. And when the day of Ratha Yatra, so many activities you have to do. You are, constrained for time, but ultimately Krishna helps, Jagannath helps, and everything will be very smooth.
Yes,
And
Prabhuji.
it's very nice. Anyway, so thank you. And the last verse, he says, Kalmasha. These people, all these categories, everyone, they are well versed in conducting yajnas as per their, the outlook, their philosophy, whichever priorities we are giving, they know how to conduct this yajna. And the effects of conducting yajna is given in the second verse, second line. Yajna shishtamrudo bhujo yandi brahma sanatam. There are two effects. One is secondary, another is primary. Secondary effect is that you are having a happy life. People who are conducting this yajnas, or you're doing yajnas, they are generally happy persons. They enjoy the remnants of yajnas, the nectar of results of these yajnas. And secondly, they go back to the Brahma Sanadam. They go back to the spiritual world after leaving this body. And destinations may be different according to the yajnas. For a jnani, he goes to Brahman, he merges in this one. The yogi merges to Paramatma, but the bhakta goes to Bhagavan, Krishna. That's the only destinations may be different. But ultimately, people are living the life in a very orderly manner, according to Vedic instructions, conducting yajnas. Ultimately, they come to this transcendent knowledge, because ultimately all the indirect service culminates, and maybe after a few months, few births, to direct service to Krishna, the transcendent knowledge is regained. So that is the best thing about having a yajna, doing yajnas. And the best yajna in Kali Yuga is Japa yajna only. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Continuously chant. This is the best yajna for this yuga. It's very easy to conduct. You don't have to, normally paraphernalia is not required. Time is time, place, and all those. Nothing is a restraint on that. And there is no rules and regulations for this. So happily chant, chant and be happy and go back to Krishna. Thank you. Yes, Jayapradamaji, you have a question?
No problem.
Right. Okay, Snigdhamaji can render Narsimha Kirtan, please.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladala Dadaini, Hiranyakashipurvya, Silatanka Nakalai, Ito Narsingo Parato Narsingo, Yato Yami Tato Narsinga, Bahi Narsinga Hridaye Narsinga, Narsingamadi Sharanam Prapade, Tab Kar Kamal Bare Nakam, Adbhuta Srindam, Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhrangam, Keshabadrita Naraharirupa,
Jagadish
Jaya Narsingadev, 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 Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Om Ugrang Birang Mahavishtum Jalantam Sarvatamukam Narsingham Vishanang Bhadrang Mrityu Mrityu Namamyaham Jai Narsingha Sri Narsingha Jai Jai Sri Narsingha Prahladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringa Om Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatamukam Narsingham Vishanang Bhadrang Mrityu Mrityu Namamyaham Om Jai Narsingha Sri Narsingha Jai Jai Sri Narsingha Prahladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringa Om Ugrang Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatamukam नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहं जय नृसिंह श्री नृसिंह जय जय श्री नृसिंह प्रह्लादी स जय पद्म मुख पद्म भुंग। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
भक्ति श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की, वैष्णव भक्ति शेष प्रहलाद महाराज की, वांछा कल्पद्रुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यः
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नंदकोടി वैष्णव वृंद की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय।